And welcome back to the Financially Simple Experience. So friends, we're on a journey. We're on a journey to achieve the 8-figure exit. Man, won't this be amazing when we finally arrive and we sign the papers and money hits the bank and our clients and our employees and even our families are all taken care of? It can happen. One of the things, though, that we're going to need to focus on in order to achieve an 8-figure exit is customer stickability. Customer stickability or client stickability. Today, we're going to cover the internal marketing in your company to gain or to increase the stickability of your client or your customer. Now, over the last few episodes, we've been talking specifically to those business owners who are also financial advisors. And like I've mentioned several times now, if you're not a financial advisor, business owner, that's okay. The content of today's episodes is directly applicable to your business, to your practice, to the company to which you're operating. When we think about customer stickiness or the stickability of a client, what exactly does that mean? According to the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, I quote, "Customer stickiness is a marketing term describing the tendency to gain repeat business. Stickiness determines the likelihood of a customer or client sticking with your business or your brand by making purchases more than once or year over year over year." The Chamber went on to say that, quote, "Many factors go into brand stickiness, including product quality, pricing, convenience, and the customer experience." In my simple terms, client stickability means that the client is going to stay with you through whatever comes about. Friends, there's nothing more disruptive than changing the ownership of a business. I can remember going through my ownership change, having to tell the clients that I'm no longer going to be the grand poobah. I'm no longer going to be the only owner of this business. You will now work with this new business owner. You see, if the clients are not sticky, if they're not going to stay with your company, then it will have a dramatic impact on your 8-figure exit. Whenever you go through your valuation method, especially as a financial advisor, you're going to have to provide the buyer with a list of things. For example, they're going to want to see the revenues that you produce. They're going to want to see the client households. Now, they're going to ask you to redact some things because of the confidentiality things, but they're going to want to see the clients that you serve. They're going to see the revenue per client. And ultimately, they're going to make a offer or a purchase offer based on the revenues, based on the client metrics, etc. And inside the offer, more than likely, they're going to say that some percentage of those clients have to be retained with the buying entity. I can remember looking at our client household. We had 168 family units, 168 clients within the old Heritage Investor portal, and the revenues equaled X. In order for us to achieve the full purchase price, we had to get within 97% of the revenues, which means that we need to have 97% of our clients transfer over. It's not even exactly accurate. We had to have all of the large revenue clients transfer over and most of the small revenue clients transfer over. If we had lost one of our top 25 clients, then we would have not hit the 97th percentile transference that we needed. Therefore, client stickability or the stickiness of the client to our company is paramount, especially during an 8-figure exit. So how do we create this stickability, this stickiness to make a client want to work with us through the thick, through the thin? There's a strategy called internal marketing. Internal marketing. Often when we say marketing, we're thinking things like radio, billboards, podcasts, news articles. Maybe we're thinking about pretty glossy pictures, flyers, handouts. And oftentimes marketing is positioned to attract new clientele. However, internal marketing is a long-term strategy. It's a strategy that's built over a long period of time with the idea of building a lasting relationship with our existing clients. It's about building brand loyalty or customer loyalty or stickiness. It's focusing on maximizing the client's relationship value, maximizing the client's intrinsic value. Friends, I got to tell you, Client relationships are becoming more and more important. They're more important than ever before. There was a quote that we dug up by Asset Mark, which is a turnkey asset management platform. And they said, and I quote, "Clients are taking a deeper look and moving to a different firm if they don't like the support or responsiveness of their advisor. Forming a stronger relationship means showing your emotional side and improving your emotional intelligence." See, Asset Mark has it down. They realize that if we're going to create stickiness or sticky clients, the clients have to have a reason to retain us. There's this populist approach to internal marketing that it's so easy to do, yet so many times we don't think about it as business owners. The populist approach is this, and it's very easy to do for internal marketing. What's happening in the world right now? And can we take what's happening in the world right now and dilute it down to where it shows the client that, hey, we're watching what's happening, and here are the things that we believe will impact you, and here are the things that you need to understand about how it's going to impact you. Basically, you have your finger on the pulse and the understanding of what is your client's hot buttons. You know, during the COVID pandemic, many of us were disrupted as business owners. Many of us were disrupted as humans. I mean, it was just crazy. There was a period of time there where it seemed like every day there was new information, and so much of it was confusing to us. During this time period, because we worked with business owners who were our clientele, we were watching things that were coming about specifically around like the PPP, the Payroll Protection Program. And the PPP came out. I can remember hearing about it in the news, and I had started getting questions from clients around it, and I was researching it myself, asking my own questions as a business owner. And lo and behold, the legislation comes out. I can remember literally printing off the bill, hundreds of pages long, because I like paper. And I can remember sitting with a highlighter, locking myself in the office, having a highlighter, 2 different colors, yellow and orange, going through and highlighting everything within those pages that was applicable to me as a business owner. Also then highlighting things that were applicable to the clients that we had the privilege of serving. I can remember working through this PPP and then building internal communications to our clients, creating podcasts, bringing guests on who were experts around PPP, having lawyers and tax advisors and insurance professionals and various people come together, bankers, talking about how this PPP, Payroll Protection Plan, was going to work within the business environment. That is a populist approach to internal marketing, because what was happening is it was important to me as a business owner, and therefore as a business owner, I was speaking as I was learning things and trying to find the subject matter experts, SMEs out there, subject matter experts who could come on the podcast or could come on the radio show and talk about this payroll protection program. And then our team would package it up and send it out proactively to our clients who we knew impacted their lives. That, friends, is a populist approach to internal marketing. See, internal marketing does not have to be stale. It doesn't have to be boring. It can be simply, hey, we're going to have a weekly social media address, 3 minutes long. Here's what really matters this week. If you have any questions, reach out. It can be that you're going to celebrate milestones within your business, and you're letting the clients come alongside. I love it. I love this. How many times as a business owner have you had clients ask you, how's the business doing? Most of the time when they ask you that question, they sincerely want to know. Why? Because they want to make sure the people they're doing business with are successful. They want to see you succeed. I still have clients today who were in the infancy of our company years ago, 20 years ago, and now they still ask me, Justin, how's the business? And they feel like they're vested within our company. Why? Because of this populist approach to internal marketing. You see, internal marketing helps the client feel special, helps them feel connected. It allows them to tap into your emotional being of your company, you as the owner. It allows a humanization, if you will, to your company. As we're working through this idea of internal marketing, there's another simple thing that you can do, And that is to recognize and celebrate your customers, your clients at all stages of life. Whenever they have monumental birthdays, don't just send them the traditional birthday card that so many of us get. It's like, oh, cool. My insurance guy, because I can pick on him because he's a dear friend of mine. My insurance guy dropped a card in the mail from his service that says, "Happy birthday, Justin. Thanks for being a customer. By the way, so did this person, this person, this person, this person, this person." Everybody wants to gain my business. No, from us as business owners, if we're going to do internal marketing and someone has a special birthday, maybe they just turned 59 and a half, and now they can access their qualified monies without a 10% penalty. Great. I can remember one of our customers, it's pretty funny. He was Social Security eligible. At the same time he became Social Security eligible, his daughter turned 16. And I did something funny for this client. I sent him a congratulations on the ability for your daughter to be able to drive you to register at Social Security office. That's the type of person I am. We had fun. We've laughed about it. Had another client who had a grease fire in the kitchen, almost burnt down the kitchen trying to fry fish. So I sent him a book saying how to fry fish. And right after, obviously, the kitchen was rebuilt. Have another client who I took his picture and we put it on Your Baby's Ugly, and we imposed his picture behind my book, Your Baby's Ugly. His wife was in on this, and we cackled and giggled. You see, that's nurturing clients. It doesn't always have to be business related. It can be just simply letting people see you and your, in my case, weird quirkiness, my twisted personality. Bob Glaves, the executive director of the Chicago Bar Foundation, made an interesting quote. He cited Maya Angelou was a source of a lot of wisdom over the course of her amazing life and career, exemplified by one of her most famous quotes. Quote, "I've learned that people will forget what you've said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." Isn't that true? My buddy, who I placed his photo on the book, Your Baby's Ugly, will never let me live it down. It made him laugh. It made him get a little frustrated at me, but he remembers that feeling. I had another client who retired. Big day. We busted it. We worked hard for 5 years. This individual went from no net worth to be able to retire within 5 years. They did everything I asked them to do. They did so much above and beyond. And then came time for the retirement party. And unfortunately, because of a family event, I was not able to make it. So what did I do? I went and ordered myself a fathead picture of me, give him like a grinning thumbs up, like way to go. And I mailed it to one of the individuals who's going to attend the party and sent it to him. And forever now, he's laughed about the fact that, yeah, Justin couldn't come, but he sent the better looking Justin a cardboard life-size cutout of me to the party. Because it is all about making them feel that they have reached something special. You see, it's a powerful statement, making people feel a certain way, because most of us, when we think about the financial advisors, oftentimes we have mixed emotions. Go back in your mind's eye, financial advisors, I'm speaking specifically to you now. Go back in your mind's eye to before you were a financial advisor. I can remember this clearly. I can remember producing a ton of money in my landscape company, going downtown in my little town of Brunswick, Georgia, walking into the financial advisor's office with a particular firm, him sitting across the desk, pulling his glasses down his nose, and almost scoffing at me. I can remember the words like it was yesterday. He said, "I need you to go back and make more money. When you make more money, come back and I can teach you how to make money." I'll never forget that statement. Here I was, 17 years old, making over $250,000 in profit. Probably more than this guy was making in his whole year. And he's telling me to go back and learn to make more money so he can teach me how to make money. Yeah, I wasn't as calm back then as I am now. I don't think I said some very nice things to that individual. And I can remember walking out basically in my head cussing Wall Street and financial advisors. We financial advisors have an unbelievable opportunity, and that is to connect with people and let them see and feel that the things that they're doing day in, day out is making monumental impacts, not only on their lives, but on the heritage that they leave behind them. The families, the charities, and all around them who are impacted because of the sacrifices and the decisions of the clients that we have the honor and privilege to serve. Let's drive the point home, though. There was an excerpt from the Harvard Business Review which said this, and I quote, "If the company has done a good job of understanding a customer's purpose and is making it easy for them to achieve it, customers will experience something like excitement, anticipation, joy, confidence, peace of mind, or satisfaction. However, if the company is not making it easy for customers to achieve their purpose, then they'll experience something like confusion, frustration, exasperation, or anger." If we're going to create a best-in-class client experience, which is what we're trying to do, is for us to achieve our 8-figure exit, then we must foster authentic relationships that aren't solely based on the size of somebody's portfolio, the size of somebody's income that they generate for us. We have to understand as business owners what is driving our clients' purpose, and then to help them facilitate that, help them achieve that, show them a pathway on how achieving this position can be helpful. As I'm saying this, obviously we're talking today specifically about internal marketing, and we're talking specifically about our clients. But let's take a sidebar for a second. This is nowhere in my notes, but as I'm reading this, I'm thinking out loud. Internal marketing is not just for our customers, it's also for our team. Our team has to be plugged in, and we have to not only help our clients achieve their goals and aspirations, but each of our team members have goals and aspirations. And if we're going to achieve an 8-figure exit, then the team who's with us in the trenches day in, day out, serving our customers and our clients, we're going to have to help them achieve that same aspiration of their lives. Now back on track. There's a value in us as business owners tracking and communicating client experiences. I've cited this research in the past, and we'll again put it in the show notes and link this research so you can look at it yourself. But research has shown us that 81% of consumers are willing to pay more money for brands that offer great customer experiences. Period. We know this. That's us. That's you and me. We're willing to pay somebody more as long as they provide us a great customer experience. My wife and I are in the process of remodeling one of our rental homes, and her parents are going to move into this rental home. And as we were beginning talking to contractors, we had several contractors come out and look at the house, look at the project, and we ultimately chose the manager, the contractor, who communicated with us as humans, who reached out to us with answers, who responded the way that we understood. The other contractors were not poor business people at all, but they did not connect with Emily and I. And by the way, this contractor was significantly more expensive than some of the other counterparts, at least in their initial quote. The same report, which tells us that 81% of customers are willing to pay more for a good quality customer experience, also states that 70% of companies believe they are client-centric. However, only 30% of customers felt the same way about them. That means that for us as business owners, we're often dealing with the 11th commandment here. My mom used to say this all the time growing up. She'd say, "Son, the 10 commandments. We always read about those in the Bible. Maybe you heard about them in Sunday school or whatever." And I knew the 10 commandments. She said there's an 11th. The 11th commandment is fool not thyself. She would say you can lie to anybody. You're not supposed to, but you can lie to anybody but never lie to yourself. Many times we business owners lie to ourselves. The very fact that 70% of us think that we are customer-centric, yet only 30% of our customers feel the same way, means that, hey, 11th commandment here is coming into play. So how do we come in and see how do our customers really feel? There are many, many different types of customer satisfaction surveys or tools available for us. In the financial world, there's many. In every other industry, there's many. According to Qualtrics, high levels of customer satisfaction are strong predictors of customers and customer retention, loyalty, and product repurchase. So the higher the customer satisfaction, the more likely we are to retain the customers. Pretty simple. I get that in my simple Tennessee mind. But there's a way that we can determine if our customers are satisfied or what level of satisfaction they're dealing with. Podium, which is a marketing and communication platform, offers a very simple suggestion for us that we business owners can deploy pretty easily. Here is a 3-step process. First, ask the customer, and you can do this through an email, through a survey, in person. How likely are you to recommend Bedrock Financial to a friend? Give me a scale on 1 to 5. 5 stars or number 5 being yes, hands down. Number 1 means probably not. When's the last time you asked your clients, hey, how likely are you to recommend Bedrock Financial, name your company there, I'm just making something up, to your friends? Cool. No matter what they say, they chose a 5. Cool. Tell us why you chose a 5 for your rating. Let them talk. Justin, we chose a 5 because of this. Justin, we chose a 1 because of this. Cool. How can we improve the overall customer experience? You see, with those simple 3 questions, how likely are you recommend? Why did you choose that number? And how can we improve? What you're doing is you're providing the customer, the client, the opportunity to speak life, to speak truth, to speak their perception. When we know that perception is reality, to speak their perception into your business. Once you have that information, man, it's a gold mine. Now you know what you need to do as the business owner to adjust, to modify, to enhance, to magnify, whatever it is, to drive your company to an 8-figure exit. But it's not often that we will approach a customer or a client with a client satisfaction survey. There are passive ways that you can go about and get some surveys. So for example, here in East Tennessee, we have a couple of different community awards. One is called the Community Choice Awards. Another one is the Young Professionals or the Knoxville Impact Award. Those are a couple of different awards here in East Tennessee to where people within your community or your customers can vote publicly on the ability or the satisfaction or the quality of your particular company. In the Community Choice Awards, you can see who are the best of the best, who recommended XYZ company over any other. Internal marketing, friends, is a powerful testimony to how your company is winning or losing in the eyes of your customers. If your customers believe you're winning, then when it comes time for the 8-figure exit, many times they'll stay with you because they want to be associated with a winner. On the other hand, if you've left your clients, your customers wanting, you've left your clients, customers' concerns unnoted, you've been reactive versus proactive in their customer experience, then when it comes time for the 8-figure exit, what better time for your clients to look for another financial advisor, for another, put your business type there, than at the time whenever an exit were to occur. And if you don't have stickability, then you could end up drastically harming your 8-figure exit. So let me ask you a few questions. Are your current clients sticky? Are they sticky? If you were to go through a transition today, would they stick with you? If not, maybe now you should start preparing them for this inevitable exit that you want to achieve. Are there some internal marketing things you can do now to enhance or to improve your customer stickiness? When is the last time you've done a customer satisfaction survey? Have you ever had your clients vote in an industry or a local or community publication? Friends, the 8-figure exit is not impossible. It is very probable. But in order to achieve the 8-figure exit, so many things have to be addressed. They cannot be left on the sidelines. We can't take for granted our clients. We can't take for granted the stickiness, the emotions, the feelings of our clients. We can use internal marketing to help change, to curb, to enhance, to add more stickiness to our clients. You say, Justin, man, I don't know how to do that. Hey, reach out to us. We have a team of experts who can help you. Until next time, friends, I realize life is hard. I get it. It is. And many times it can be frustrating. Trust me, we all would agree with that. But it doesn't have to be. Let's continue to make our lives at least financially simple. Hey, y'all go out and make it a great day.